Hey guys, we're back with part two of the. Why is everything lagging? Hold on a second. Part two of the
Hmm.
Pathfinder campaign session that we're doing today. It's been a month since last time, so don't get too mad at us. The party currently has found their way into the forest, and some of them have made it to the hovel of Mama Murphy. At the moment, the party that is in the forest was accosted by a horde or a vortex of imps and managed to just barely succeed in killing them. The party is somewhat injured and out of resources at the moment and is looking for any help in the current endeavor that the city of Tirok finds itself in. At this point, the two in the forest are Ruby and Shadowy, who are playing Invert and I can't
L
remember your name,
sign.
Elsign. As they both stand up and dust themselves off, I leave any role play or anything you want to say to each other to you guys.
Well, that was quite unfortunate.
Horrific.
I
Let's just get
wanted to
out of
make it
here.
my pet.
Elson just looks at you with his somewhat screwed up face. 'Cause I'm pretty sure, yeah, he has a big chunk of his face missing, or at least like his cheek or something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Can't
yeah,
fall
and
off.
Pari's thighs dug down to the bone.
Just find a damn healer. Just find a damn healer.
Yes. You should probably do that as I just start heading into the woods in the general direction that the others were.
Okay. So as you guys begin to push through the woods, we return to the other group. Cass and
Uh, give
Petra.
Phoenix like one more minute. He is moving spots. He shouldn't be long.
All right, we'll
I
just talk for a
promise.
minute, I guess. How you guys doing?
It's
I was
doing
just
good,
doing
doing.
fine until you started explaining your system.
Well, I guess in character, out of character. Uh, both not the best, but okay.
Mm.
In character, I am fucked up. A character, I forgot to make tea.
What are you, British?
No, I'm American.
And why tea and not coffee?
Coffee I usually just get to wake myself up.
I hate coffee. Coffee's
I'm
disgusting.
I'm
Fuck
just
that
messing with you,
bean
honestly.
jizz.
Honestly,
What?
best
What'd you
type of
say,
tea I've
Shadow?
had so far
Don't
was
ask
the
him.
red
Fuck that
Don't
rose.
ask him.
bean jizz. That black bean jizz. Fucking
Please
gross
never call
ass.
it that
Hurry
ever
up,
again.
Phoenix.
The black bean juice.
When he's here, he will undeafen himself. I'll tell you when. I really hope he hurries his butt up. Wasting a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
Should have moved during the break. Oh, he's undeafened.
Yep, he's
Hello.
here.
All right, so Petra, Cass. It seems the response you would wait for a minute or two passes before the door creaks open a little bit, and you hear, "Enter quickly before others come."
You're gonna quickly walk inside.
All right.
I'll quickly go inside as well.
Damn, why you guys so loud on my end? What the fuck happened there? I don't know. Speak again, both of you, really quickly.
What?
Hello.
Okay. I don't know why you guys are peaking so much on my end. Sorry, I'm just doing some recording stuff. But yeah. Anyway, so as you both begin to enter into the shadowy abode, you push past the door. The smell of heavy fragrance hits you, almost like a tea. As you enter into this small cottage, you're both having, well, not both, but Cass, you're having to duck down a little bit because the roof, though it may be 15 feet tall on the outside, that's including the slanted roof. You're
Cass is short.
Why do you keep calling me tall?
How tall is
I'm
your character?
literally.
Petra is 7 foot something. Hang on, I wrote it down.
Cass, how tall is your character? That's what I'm asking, because I would assume the flower wasn't 7 foot, so I'll have to fucking describe shit. But Cass, how tall is your character?
5'6" is what I
Okay,
put.
so you don't have to duck down, but you are close to the top of the roof. As you both enter, Petra, you have to duck down because the roof is only about 5-6 feet tall. So as you both enter, the house comes into a small dome, and you can see as you enter in this wooden floor, small table off to your left side, a small staircase at the very edge in front of you that goes downwards, and to your right there is just this small kitchen area with a small furnace/chimney that goes up. You can see what seems to be a teapot that's been placed over the furnace, and you see standing in the middle of this room, crouching, about a 6-foot-tall human woman that seems to have lots of plant life growing upon her clothing that she wears, holding this gnarled stick that comes up to a green gem that is currently cradled into this almost hand made of wood. As she seems to be just staring at the both of you entering, you see directly behind her, falling past the mantle that she wears, is a gnomish woman with this large, not afro, but this puffy hair, just white, that seems to almost curl up. It seems to fall down on her back a little bit. It seems to be held up by this small bandana on parts of it. You see this large bulbous nose, these spectacles placed on her eyes that are very smudged. Her what is I going to say? What she is wearing seems to be very hastily put on, and seems to be a small corset in this large, floofy, white-sleeved shirt, as well as a small gown that seems to be green in color. As she seems to be standing there, she goes, "It seems that these ones are the ones that were standing outside. Who are you two?"
I'm Bass. I'm a performer that kind of got dragged into whatever the hell this is.
And you see the
Petra.
druid looks towards you, Petra, as you start to speak. Go ahead.
Hey, Petra. More or less a tree has warned me of impending disaster, and I was attempting to find a way to resolve it before it destroys everything.
Interesting. Goron, I haven't seen many of you before. Well, Mama Murphy, if a Goron is speaking to us, I believe they are not part of either the Burning Hand or the Ashweld Syndicate. So I believe you should stop hiding behind me and start speaking to them. So, Petra, Mama Murphy, and she pushes Mama Murphy out of the way. I believe you came here for a new arm, is what you said. Mama Murphy, please.
One of the reasons, yes.
Mama Murphy, the small gnomish woman, starts to walk over to you. She's not even 3 foot tall, man. She's like a good 2 feet tall. As she starts to waddle on over to you. Oh, look at you, dearie. Oh no, what happened to your arm? And she goes up to the small cut off stump of your arm and goes, "Oh no, this cannot be." And she looks back, and she's about to speak to the druid, and then the druid goes, "No names, remember, Mama Murphy. We do not know these people too well." "Yes, I know what you're thinking. I guess I could try to grow an arm for her, Mama." And Mama Murphy goes, "How wonderful. Anyways, I'll get some tea brewing. The batch I had last went cold after our so rude intruders came here." And she starts to walk back to the kitchen. As the druid approaches you, Petra, if you would not mind, let me see your arm.
I'll hold out the stone. Figured that's what was meant.
So do you hand her your arm, Petra?
Yeah.
Okay, so she grabs your
Sure,
arm
man.
and looks at it, and you see her whisper some words under her breath. Do you speak Druidic?
Let me double check. I think I might, actually.
I think you have to be a druid to speak it specifically, but I don't know.
You can either be a druid or take a certain background.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
I do not.
Okay, so she says something, and Petra, being connected to nature, you feel a small amount of wind, and you feel this strange energy start to pulse through you as you see these druidic markings sprawled across her left and right arms. As you see her they start to light up with this green energy as she taps her staff against the ground, and the hand that's gnarled against this green gem starts to move as it seems to push the gem up above it. And she takes the staff and touches your arm. As I need you to roll me a fortitude save. Hello?
Hey, give me a
Hello?
sec. Give me a sec.
He was cutting out bad, but
Was I cutting out bad?
nope.
No, not me.
Okay.
Point 2.
22? You feel the immediate what feels like the warmth of healing magic, but it's not radiant. You feel the warmth of what feels like a fire, a forest fire, burning through your arm as you look down and you see embers starting to pour off of it before another arm sprouts out of your lost arm. As you look down, it seems to be relatively similar, but there are a few differences to it. There are more flowers growing out of it. It has more of a tree-like trunk kind of look to it. It almost looks like it has a cast of tree bark on it, but you can move it around freely without having the deficits of a cast. She goes, "It'll fully heal by the end of tomorrow if you get a good long rest." Anyway,
That'll be much easier than so.
you see the hand on the staff suddenly curls back around, holding the green gem. Now, Cass, was it?
Yes.
What are your other reasons for being here? You hear Mama Murphy in the background, a few pots fall. Fuck! Shit! Ah! Don't worry, I've got it! I'm just making tea!
I just imagined it.
Now, what are your other reasons for being here?
She'll be fine, right?
Oh, she'll be fine, yes. She's a doctor. She can heal herself.
Okay.
I love how this kind of implies that she's hurt herself before the time.
She has. She has. As
Okay.
a character, she's an underworld doctor, so she knows how to do shit. Anyway, continue.
More so than real ones.
Yeah, continue. You guys would already know this
Effectively-
because Invert and the investigator already mentioned her to the group, so it's fine. But continue.
Invert's never met her.
The investigator mentioned her by name to you, so I would assume you would have mentioned her to the group too. But it doesn't matter. Continue.
Well, yeah.
He might have not. I don't know.
Okay. So, I'm trying to explain what's happened because a lot has happened in a very short amount of time.
Yes. The shackles upon the giving tree of life in Tirok. I understand. That's.
But that actually is quite accurate to the impending doom that I mentioned.
All right. And now, what else brought you here? You mentioned the burning hand, but you don't mention anything about what brought you to them.
Well,
I understand wanting to keep information to yourself, but you're trying to get our aid, so...
yes, I'm well aware. A lot has happened. Let's see. How can I make this quick and short? Effectively, I found some people. They seemed nice. Got talking to them. Apparently, some people were annoying someone in an alley. Went to help them with that. Apparently, it summoned a demon.
Devil.
Let me respond to this. They are devils, not demons. They are from the hells, not the abyss.
Okay, fine. Devils. I don't study this. I literally am a performer. I just help people out every now and then.
So you've been wrapped up in this big show that you were not prepared for. She turns
I guess
to
that's a
Petra.
good way to put it.
She turns to Petra. All right, Goron. Petra, I believe you said your name was. Why have you come seeking the Burning Hands?
We can't hear you.
Sorry. Do I have the note or does someone else? I can't remember who has the note.
I think
Invert
Oh, wait.
has a note.
Invert has
I
it.
have the note still.
Wait, what?
Oh, that's right. We
thought
gave
you-
it to Cass.
Oh yeah, no. You had the
Alright.
note, Invert, and then you're like, it should probably go to the guy who's not part of our group because he can speak the language.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
never bothered to give it back.
and then you never took it back. So
I believe,
I gave it to you,
if
then the
memory
demon summoned.
serves, we were given a note, which,
Oh. I have that still.
yes.
Oh, may I see it then?
Yes, I can tell it wasn't relating to me, but
She takes
No,
it.
but you're part of this now.
As you pull it out, she takes it and she just looks at it. Oh, it seems the Burning Hand contacted you then. Well, if you are
Well,
friends of the Burning Hand, you are friends of us. It seems to mention more than just you, Goron. It seems to specifically mention inverts.
Yes. Well, you see, the rest of our party is still closer to the fighting, as
They wouldn't happen to be running through the forest right now. An elf and an elf, correct?
yes.
Oh, give me
Actually.
1 second then. As she taps her staff on the ground, as she does, we turn to the other group. Other group. As you're about to get to the clearing, you hear more imps flying towards you, and then suddenly a tree seems to almost open up and swallow you. As the imp... And you both watch from inside the house as a small tree appears. A portal opens on it, and your two friends fall out into the house. There we go. Now that we have everyone here, we should be fine to continue our discussion.
Yes. Well, I am not entirely certain as to what the rest of these people were doing. I simply followed them out of curiosity and lack of anything better to do. Ended up finding out about the impending doom from the strange entity that appeared to be, what did you say his name was? Prince, what's his face?
Can I pull open the stat sheet? Fucking hell.
Roken Leodal?
Yeah.
Roken. Yes, Roken. Thank you.
Appeared to be like Prince Roken or somebody. He attacked us at that point, and, well, Tree basically warned me that he will be coming back at the end of the solstice, and that will be a problem, because he then plans to destroy that tree.
Or drain all the energy from it.
Yes, I do
Destroying
believe I
that
mentioned
tree, draining all of its energy. It would take a creature of abnormal strength to do something like that.
He straight up
I think they
deleted-
have those.
He's
going to
working
point to-
with a dark god, I
I'm going to
believe.
point to Invert. He literally just deleted their arm with a touch.
I do not see...
And I do believe they're working with a dark god.
So, Prince Roken is known to have very little magical prowess, mind you. So, if he did this, it may have been his visage, but probably was not him in specifics. So,
I said it looked like him. I didn't say it
Yes.
was him.
you mentioned a dark god. Has he mentioned this creature's name?
No. As far as I can remember.
Has he
No.
mentioned anything else about this dark god? Anything in specific? Prince Roken, you said you... What did he do? Anything specific about your encounter, or maybe encounters with him, that could give us any indication about this darkened god?
Out of character, he's the one we fought in the alleyway.
Yes, and he's the one that disappeared your arm.
He kidnapped another prince. We fought him in an alleyway. I defeated him. Lost my tail in the alleyway as well.
Are you in your
Then-
kitsune form?
Elves don't have tails.
Yeah, are you in your
What are
kitsune
you
form?
talking about?
Because you're in your elf
as
form.
I say that, I let my form fade away.
What into the ever-loving fuck?
How interesting. Continue your story, please.
Interesting.
Anyways.
As
I just opened one of my
after-
wings. I see you're hiding who you are as well.
After having gotten my tail regrown, a few days. Wait, how long after getting my tail regrown did we go to the tree?
I don't think you ever got your tail
You went
regrown. You
at
had
the-
two tails at
you
that time.
went- earlier tonight in game, mind you.
And then earlier tonight, we went to the tree, which is when I lost my arm. Also, out of
I've-
character V, I did get my tail regrown.
Yes.
I'm just gonna interject here and go. By the way, I still have not met them at this point. Just so you know how sudden this all is.
You guys hear a few explosions off in the distance. Let's go ahead
I
and
don't
get
think
the let's get
leaving
the
now would be
let's get
advisable
the
anyways.
William Sparks notes here because it seems we're in a little bit of danger staying here. Continue your story, but make it a bit quicker, please.
There's nothing beyond that besides going to the festival, getting these masks we're wearing. Elsine there has lost his as a bearded devil liked it.
Continue.
And we
Another
snuck
explosion closer this time.
And then the tree warned us of the impending doom for when he returns.
So
again,
what I'm
but-
hearing here is a tale of heroes who have talked to a tree, which I understand. I've talked to the tree myself quite a bit. They are an interesting enigma. It wants you to stop this Prince Rokin, but in the midst of you trying to figure out what's going on, devils have appeared in town.
More or
And
less.
cast some sort of ritual.
In essence, they were summoned by
Another one.
someone in the Ashwell
Mom Murphy
Syndicate.
comes up and puts a few a few cups of tea down. Enjoy. And the druid goes.
Oh, I think
So, I can attest to this story a little bit. The devils have completely sealed any communication with the tree. My communications that I've had with it have snapped, just a little bit at the moment. What do you know of? We're not safe here too much. You're missing an arm, correct?
Yes.
Mama Murphy, go get one of your prosthetics, please. We need to go very soon, Mama. And she goes, oh, but this is my house. Can we not just... No.
Elsine's drinking the tea while this is going on.
Elsine, as you're drinking, you look out the window, you see You see the burning, and you watch as that bearded devil is looking towards the hovel as he's floating in the sky, and you see a few hundred imps are starting to approach him as he's starting to almost give commands to his army. You get the feeling they are rallying to probably come attack this hovel. That is what you figure, and it's going to be very soon.
You should definitely get. Ma'am, I have a chief question. What kind of creatures can you summon?
I am not of the summoning variety. I'm more of a, should I say, defensive and protector of nature.
You are more of a support type then.
If you want to pull it that way, yes. I could also reach into the primordial planes and pull out fire and earth. I'm not so keen with water and air, though water is my least favorite ability. Air is my third least, but does not matter. I can speak with spirits. That does not matter too much right now, and she looks out the window, there's an army, and you all are fucked up. Oh, give me 1 second. I forgot I was in the middle of story time. Man, I need to stop spending so much time with Mama here. And she.
I'm still missing my left eye.
Yeah, she taps her staff and places it. She taps her staff, and the hand reaches up again, and she taps it against you. Are you allowing this? Because you don't know what's happening, Ruby.
Yes, I'm allowing it.
Okay.
I'm at 1 HP out of 92.
Ruby, you may roll any amount of hit dice you want to regain HP, and you may add con bonus to each of them.
And I have hit dice equal to my level, yes?
Yes.
Alright. Rolls. And what's Barbarian's hit dice? Need to check that.
I don't know.
Uh,
Because it just gives
hit-
you full HP, I'll just say it's whatever it is, or whatever you're looking for.
12 plus con mod is for the hit points I have. I'm assuming that's 12 d12s then?
Yeah.
Alright.
As she touches you with it, she then walks over and touches you, Elsine, with it. Do you allow it, Elsine?
Sure.
Alright, same effect. You can roll as many hit dice as you want. I will say this. If you two are exhausted, any exhaustion points you have immediately disappear.
Cass, aren't you like the only one of us who's not damaged?
Yes, I am fine.
All right, just above half health now.
Well, at least he doesn't have the one-hit obliterator.
All right. Well, now that we've gotten that out of the way, Mama, are you ready yet? Sorry, I was just packing a few of my essentials. And she comes walking up with this like 3-foot backpack she's wearing.
I'm still sitting literally at a third of my health.
Do any of you need healing as well? I don't have the same abilities. I've used most of my magic to heal these two, but I can give you some healing.
It's quite alright. If you give me some dirt, I can manage just fine.
No. And she reaches over and touches you with her finger. You regenerate 25 HP.
And that'll put me back at full. I only need a 21.
Well, you should have... what level are you?
I am level 5.
Level 5. Okay, everyone
have
else is level 5
53.
besides Ruby, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Everyone died.
Yeah, so, as she touches you and heals this... Cass, you don't seem too injured. I don't think you need this, correct? I would rather
Correct.
not spend too much of my magical energy.
Somehow I have managed to avoid harm. I'm sure that will change.
Well,
More than likely.
there are multiple forces... Fuck, they're coming now. Mama, and you see Mama comes up. Yes, I've got a wooden prosthetic I can give to the. Holy shit! You're not an elf.
That's what I said!
Anyways, at this point, yeah, a large explosion happens that rocks the northern wall of this shack and explodes. You see Mama Murphy goes flying like one of the Koroks from Tears of the Kingdom. And you watch as the druid catches her and goes, well, we've got to go. Everyone, into the fire pits. And she just slams her staff into the fire pit. As you see the green gem starts to turn to an orange, and you see this portal-like doorway is created out of the fire itself. You might want to hurry up. And she rushes through.
I jump head first in.
No hesitation as I run through.
Rolling in.
You're rolling it?
Yep.
I
do a jump roll in. I jump in as I land. I roll into a crouch.
So, as you all enter in, you feel this warmth hit your... Sorry, go ahead. What you're going to say?
Can I roll performance to like do a flashy slide through?
Sure, roll me a performance check, yeah.
I just imagine the dang.
Please be good.
Nat 1.
Yes!
I imagine either the Warframe
27.
slide or the
Alright.
slide from
So,
Vanguard.
As you are on the opposite side of this abode and the explosion hits, you're going to run as you watch another secondary fireball coming towards you, and you start to slide as you pluck at your instrument, and you look back and give a small wink towards the devil. A small shine comes out of your eyes for a second as you slide to the door that closes up. Everyone makes it out of the portal, and you watch as the druid stops you all as you're on the edge of a cliff, and you watch as the Kitsune comes rolling out. Kitsune, I need you to make me an acrobatics check, please.
All right,
this would be a reflex save, technically.
Yes.
They're the same.
Ah!
For 26.
All right.
26.
So 23 was the DC because you are maybe the portal appeared like 3 feet from the edge. She didn't expect you to go rolling out. You manage to catch yourself on the edge of the cliff and like you're holding on, like your upper body doesn't go off, but you're like, holy shit! And then you see the man sliding through. Phoenix, roll me in the reflex save, and Ruby, roll me a strength save or whatever that's called.
Strength. There's no strength, so
What is
just
that?
roll athletics.
No, there's mind. You would roll me a reflex save too, but this is gonna be basically kind of it's weird.
Can I? Alright. Could I get a bonus if I used my wings basically as air brakes?
Well, it's like 3 feet. Like you come out, you're looking out the other side, and you look down, and you're like, oh fuck! I'll allow you to get a +1 bonus. Yes.
Okay.
Just 'cause you haven't
And I
learned to fly.
still only have one arm. Oh god.
Yeah, so you're gonna do this at disadvantage.
27.
Ruby.
Yeah, that's what I was worrying about. So first roll was 27. Second roll is oh shit.
What's your roll?
I assume this fails.
What's your roll?
15.
15? Prophecy's pawn it. So you're gonna go back. You're gonna roll again and take the lowest up to 3. Fuck you.
Oh, 15 made it?
No, 15 didn't make it, but I want you to roll a natural 1. So roll again because you already used Prophecy's pawn. So it's gonna be. I'm gonna make it worse. I'm gonna give you.
That is
misfortune.
29, so it's
So,
the 15.
15, yeah. So as you're like holding on, Cass suddenly flaps his wings and stops, but he kicks your arm, and you start to careen off the edge. So at this point, long live the king, basically, as you start to fall. At this point, who wants to act? I will say
I'm
this.
gonna
Who
use cast
here?
Featherfall.
I will ask this. Does anybody have a dexterity higher than 16?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, everyone, fuck you guys.
Not me, I have 14 dex.
I will say this. What are your,
Whoa.
Phoenix, what's your dexterity?
20.
Okay.
Holy shit!
Shadowy, what's your
Oh,
dexterity?
fuck Phoenix.
Well, I'm 18.
Okay. And Petra?
I'm also at 18.
Alright, so, Cass, you're the only one who can act to try and save Ruby at the moment. What are you doing? As you just kick her off the edge and accidentally like, oh fuck! Everyone else is like, man, that was a nice. Oh shit!
Does
Meanwhile,
fancy
It makes
slide.
sense because you're the only one in motion at the moment to try and reach and grab her, if you wanted to.
I have an athletics of 19, though.
Yeah,
Strength at 19, I mean.
but you just got kicked off a fucking
Yeah,
edge.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to grab her.
Alright, so as you reach down to try and grab her, roll me an athletics check to see if you can maintain a hold on her. As you manage to grab onto her, let's see what happens here.
Okay, I am gonna use a hero point because I don't want this fucker dying.
Okay.
Why not? They're the only one who's a higher level. Make it
I'm
even.
also the only one of the original party.
Now,
Which I
Anchor's not
hate.
dead.
Anyway, so
Alrighty,
what's your roll?
Anchor's not
20.
dead.
20. Alright, you manage to grab on to the back of her tail as she is starting to do Ruby, your character immediately, like, her head starts to fall down to the ground as she does a somersault backwards, and you feel your tail yanked on. I need you to make me a fortitude save for your tail, which has recently been regrown.
Yep, as I also yowl like a literal fox.
You know the Tom and Jerry scream?
Oh shit, nat 20.
So, your tail suddenly sparks with this orange divine energy as you feel this warmth hit you, Cass. As you hold on and manage to hold on, I'm going to roll for the edge of the cliff.
I had it.
Alright. The other two that haven't acted yet, watch as Cass holds and like, I got you. The cliff face falls as he is now falling too.
Oh, fuck.
With my
Mind
total
you,
of
at this point,
32 as fortitude.
Mind you, everyone here that I rolled for the cliff face, everyone here recognizes you're on the edge of the floating island of Turam.
I just shout
I
as I'm
have-
falling off. I'll be fine.
I won't.
I've been
Can
recalling-
I try and embed my sword into the rock face next to me?
Hold up, let's do the other two first. The other two, what are you two doing?
As Invert falls, I cast Featherfall.
Okay, you cast Featherfall on her. Invert, you start to fall slowly, but you're starting to like turn in the air, and so, and mind you, Cass is a weight to you because he's not Featherfall. So like as you're turning, it's like he's making you spin faster and
I'm
faster. but
actually
you're
going
falling
to
slow.
start gliding.
Okay, so you pull out your wings. Because you guys are spinning,
It's
I would
a-
like you to make an acrobatics check to try and do that. Because at the moment, you're like basically it's
Nesting
basically-
fall, I get to glide to the ground.
Let me fucking explain something here. She is falling slowly. She was spinning when you grabbed her and the edge broke. So you are like basically spinning around her, and your thing is not magical, it is physical. So I need you to roll an
Yep.
acrobatics check to see if you could stabilize yourself before you start doing that. Otherwise, you're going to be falling at lesser speeds, but still plummeting to the ground. Which
Okay,
is thousands of
24.
24?
Damn.
Yep.
Alright, so you managed to right yourself, and now you're you're below Ruby, but you're holding on to her, and you're very slowly both plummeting. Ruby, what are you doing?
I am embedding one of my swords into the cliff
Is
face.
it going to be your bastard sword? It has
No,
the
it's
longest
going to be my.
reach. But go
Yes,
ahead.
my bastard sword has the longest reach, but I'm using my falchion.
Dexterity-based weapon?
No, it's still
Oh.
strength.
Alright,
It's
roll
kinda
me
small.
an attack roll at the edge of the island.
It is the same as my athletics.
Mm-hmm.
For a total of 27.
Okay. You critically strike the island. I'm gonna roll a d100 here really quickly. Oh god, that's not good. So as you
Oh
strike
God,
into
what?
it, you look up and see where you struck. You hit a piece of float stone on the island. A small piece, not much,
Ouch.
but you start to pull and strike as you manage to stop yourself from falling. As holding on to you, Cass is just below you with his wings extended. He is definitely not human.
That's true.
Cass, you look up. She is definitely not human.
I already saw that she wasn't human.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
and
still. Now
I saw him
you
float
guys
to-
immediately recognize each other's races. Cass is a member of the Strix race, which you would know of in Vert because you're from a tribe that probably interacted with them a little bit. Cass, you immediately
Yeah.
recognize she's a Kitsune because they are a very famous race, though they are very little in population. So you
So
both
can I?
look at each other just holding on to the island.
With my
So-
one arm.
So
Wait.
I'm going to try to throw out a whip because I don't want to glide all the way to the ground. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And then have to come back up.
You're holding
Yeah.
on to this woman's tail, so you're not falling, mind you.
Could
Oh.
you shift your grip
Well-
to my leg? That is highly uncomfortable.
Hold up, I think I have something.
Oh yeah, Cass, as
Uh,
you're holding on to her, you are feeling heavy amounts of magic pouring into you. It's almost like acting like a circuit for magic energy through her body.
Let me see something. What?
Anyways,
Let me
Petra,
see
what
if
are
I
you
can
doing?
do-
As
I need to see if I could do something real quick.
Mama
and then
Murphy and the Druid are both looking over the edge, and Mama Murphy goes, "Didn't you say to run into it?" Listen, Mama Murphy. It was a haphazard moment that I accidentally put us on the edge. I meant for the door to be facing the other way, of course.
I will note that Elsign is moving back from the edge.
That's a good idea. How about we all just move a little bit away from the edge? Let them climb. And she pulls out a small rope made of, like, old fucking vegetable matter, and she just throws it over the side. Which of you is the strongest here?
I am.
Oh, that's bad. Fine. And she, takes her staff and hits the ground as you see this large piece of rock earth creates a hand and just grabs onto the vegetable matter rope. Let's all
You can
back
hold
away from
my
the
own
edge.
I can hold my own normally, but I'm not so sure I'm capable of lifting. As I'm gonna back away.
All right. At this point,
I'm-
the rope comes down towards both of you. You guys fell a good, like, 80 feet down the island, mind you.
Mhm.
So can I reach the rope
You can.
from where I am?
You can.
Okay, I'm going to grab the rope.
Okay. You grab it, and as you grab onto it, it feels like it's not meant to support a lot of weight because it's vegetable matter rope. It's meant to be, like, used in, like, tying things together, but not really holding shit. But you probably have some time before it would snap.
AKA climb quickly.
And I will say, easily enough, using your wings, you can get yourself a little bit of momentum to climb much quicker, and you manage to get up. Kitsune, you're looking at the rope next to you as the Strix manages to climb up, flapping their wings. They hit you in the face a little bit, you're like, fuck, fuck. And like a feather stuck in your mouth, you spit it out as it starts to glide down.
I shout, "You dick! I only have one arm. How am I supposed to climb this?"
And I only have one
Question.
eye.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Let's say, theoretically,
Mhm.
I put a building here.
What?
Fucking what?
How?
One of my spells allows me to create a building.
I forgot about
Theoretically,
that.
if a sword could
sideways
break
build.
into the island, a building would probably fall.
Yeah, you're right.
It doesn't have to be a large building. It could literally just
It
be
doesn't
a
matter if it's a
small
building of
wall.
any kind.
It's a
yeah.
specific sizes, 20
Yeah.
feet by 20 feet and
like-
10 feet tall.
It's similar to like Galder's Tower from D&D, probably. So like
Oh.
if you were to summon an actual building, the weight would pull it off the island. I would say, because you're on the island, isn't like a flat surface like straight down. It has an inwards slant. So you guys got
Yeah,
lucky with
so-
dropping it 80 feet down. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out
The
what the
DC,
hell.
by the way, for that, the AC of the island is probably 10, but the AC for stabbing into the island 80 feet down would have been about a 20. So you got lucky, Ruby. A
Mm.
20. Sorry, not
Wait.
27.
Then why did you say it was a critical?
I'm fucking with you. It's not that high. It's like a 15. It increases the further you go. The further down you go, but
Mm.
So
As
you
he
want
gets
harder
to
and
the top, I am going to wrap my legs around it. Do my best to gingerly bite the rope so I can pull the falcon out, sheath it, then start climbing.
you start to get up a little bit, and you see parts of the plant matter rope are coming untwined. Just roll me a general athletics check. See how well you did in gym class.
I have a plus 14 for...
Yeah, go ahead and
Oh,
roll.
damn, that's low. Dirty 20.
Day 20, that's what you needed. So you managed to get to the top, and as you get to the top, the rope just flies into the wind as it breaks off.
Okay, we're all alive.
Well, that
That's
was
good.
certainly entertaining.
Stressful.
Why did you
More
tell
like-
us to run through? I thought you would have put us in a place
Honestly-
that, wasn't 3 feet from a cliff.
Honestly, I thought it was facing the other way.
Also, we said
Understandable.
run through, not jump through
Yes.
like our kitsune here did.
Honestly, if you had not if you had not rolled through or slid through, I would have stopped you like I did the others. But mind you, that's all in the past now. Now, if you would turn your attention towards the city, unless you want to say anything else.
I jumped through to avoid tripping on the edge of the portal.
Understood. Now if we can turn our attention to the city, and she points towards the city of Tirok. Looking at it, you guys are on the... You would be... Do you want to be... No, because that's... You would be on the northern face. You can see in the distance the tower that exists for the airships. You can see multiple airships have been knocked down and fallen down to the ground. Maybe one of them is left on dock, but it's a very small one. You can see devils are... you can see a single devil on the top of the tower where the airships are, just looking down. You can't really make out any more details about it, but he has wings furled out, so you can tell it's a devil. You see the lake in front of you that surrounds the airship dock, specifically the island on it. You could see in the very distance the shackles, the 7 of them that come up and create this small shackle around the tree itself. You can see the city is in flames on part of it. Part of it has this acidic like melt to some of the buildings that you could see. The very center of the city itself seems to have this almost blackened... Well, actually, the city center has nothing going on with it. The other portions of the city, 7 different effects are happening to it. You can see devils floating around. You can hear screams from this far out of town. You could see explosions happening in different parts of the city. The city is under siege. So,
So how do we plan to help since it's just us
well,
that's out?
I can transport you to different parts of the city as long as you can, as long as I've been there, or you can explain it pretty well. I seem to be unable to transport you to the tree at the moment, but I could get you pretty damn close. Mind you, I am pretty powerful myself. Are any of you good with the arcane magics?
Arcane? No. Primal? Yes.
I've
Magic
knowledge
in
of it.
general is a iffy subject with me. I seem to be able to tap into a sort of magic that is divine in nature that helps me every once in a while, but it's
Oh, I
uncertain
know what
as
that
to when
is.
it procs.
Anyways,
I
can you guys
can
explain
only
the ritual one more time? I'm
So
sorry,
there
you're
was a
speaking,
woman.
Cass. Sorry, I cut you off, Cass.
I'm only good with gold spells. Anyways,
So, would you, by the
I
way, as
can-
you guys are starting to explain the ritual, Mama Murphy comes up and starts to attach a wooden prosthetic to your arm, Ruby. And as she does, you can see the that rot that had disintegrated your arm is starting to rot the wood on it. You get the feeling you'll have this for at most an hour.
Oh shit.
Seems like the arm isn't going to last long.
Anyways, continue.
So, let's see. There was a large circle, a pillar of fire. Three of the, I'm guessing they were the syndicate members, walked in and stabbed a woman who was in the center of the circle. And
Out of
Uh,
character, those
yeah.
individuals in the circle were not members of the syndicate, and you know that they were cultists specifically.
well,
They were not,
cultists,
yeah.
not syndicate, cultists.
Cultists. Devils. She's
Close,
gonna
but
roll
not quite
me
the same.
many,
And then
many devil cults. That doesn't really help too much.
and
Continue.
then Cass, what were those items that you made attack that one member?
Candles
some
and chains.
candles and unusual crystals. When the crystal was ripped out of the ground, I did see a fluctuation in the circle.
So it was a specific ritual, probably high magic. Elsine, you're a mage, are you not?
Yes.
Are you not aware of what kind of magic this could be?
Well, from what I saw of the ritual, Adam, it seemed that it was one part of a larger ritual, as I saw a magic circle seem to form in the sky as that one was completed.
So we have no idea what kind of ritual they have completed. Besides, it was a highly magical one.
Yeah.
I will note that they seemed well prepared, as they had multiple layers of defense against against me trying to dispel the magic of the ritual.
Interesting. I would like,
Yes.
at this point, there's another pulse from the tree. I would like every magic caster in the group to roll me a fortitude save.
Thank fuck, I'm amazing at those. For
And
some
thank
reason.
goodness I'm
God
a
damn it, I'm
uh,
trash at those.
Okay.
Okay.
How many hero points do I have?
27.
I'm going to use a
That's
hero
fine.
point.
Cass, do you allow the magic to pass through you? Or do you try to go against it? This pulse seems to be a very heavy one compared to what it should be, mind you.
I'll accept this one. 25.
Well, Cass, do
I'll-
you accept?
I'll let it pass through me, hoping it isn't too hard.
You succeed the save. You suffer. Okay. 9 points of force damage, but you regenerate up to 3 spell slots. So a first, you can regenerate 3 first level, a first and a second level, or a third level.
That just restores all my spell slots. I hadn't used that many.
Okay. And does that get you above what your spell slot amount would be?
Yeah.
Then you get the extra of what that would be. So if you have, for example, if you have 2 missing first levels, you regain those, and then another first level that you could use on top of that. So it gives you extra if you haven't. So, what did you roll, Shadowy?
I got a 15.
15? Alright. You suffer 8 points of force damage, and you lose 2 spell slots.
Oh.
So, 2
Alright.
first level or a second level, your choice.
Alright.
Petra, what'd you roll?
A 25.
Alright, can you
I'd
let it
use a
pass
hero
through you?
point. Yep.
Okay.
Not one to fight against magic going through me.
And because he used a hero point, you would have taken 11 points of force damage, but only take 5 because he used a hero point specifically to succeed.
Oh, sweet.
And you regain 2 spell slots.
Fuck.
So
That
2
is
spell points,
worthless.
So-
I only used a third level spell slot.
Well, remember,
so-
you get 2 points, so you can
True.
regain two first level extra or a second level extra. So you have an extra amount. These last until you take a long rest, mind you guys.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. I don't get an extra then.
What What do you mean?
I should listen to the whole definition.
What do you mean?
He's referring to the fact that you meant levels of spell slot instead of spell slots
Yeah.
in general.
No, so you get spell points, which you can use a certain amount to get. So, like, you get 3 spell points, by the way, Cass. So, like, if you wanted to take 3 first level, that's fine. If you wanted to take a second and a first level, that's fine. If you wanted to take a third level, that's fine. But you can go above those. So, for example, if you have all your third level spells, you can get another third level slot added at the moment. Enough energy to make another third level spell, basically. But you have to choose which ones they go into at the moment. Anyways, so as this energy passes over you, I'm gonna actually roll for Druid. She's gonna use a hero point. Not much better, but she succeeds. Ooh, 6. Okay, you watch her shake her head, but she goes, well, that was some nice mana, I guess. So, now that I'm feeling a bit recharged, we don't know anything about this spell. Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
The music is...
Yep.
The music very low, what the fuck? We don't know anything about this spell. Elsine, are you a member of the Mages College, perhaps?
Yes.
Do
Yes,
you
quite
think...
proudly.
Do you think there would be anything relating to this kind of magic in the archives?
Well, I guess that would be the best place, one of the better places to look in this city. Just a question of getting there.
I do know that some of the higher ranking mages of the college also do practice ritual magic as well. I could get us near the college, but it would be up to you to find more information on this ritual, as I'm not really allowed in the college. A few things happened about 20 years ago with the court mage and I. Might have killed some people. Never mind, you don't need to know anything else. But yes, I can get you to the college. Is there anything else you need at the moment?
Oh, yeah, I need many a thing, but I'm not sure how many could be provided. Nor...
Ask and you may receive. After all, we are in perilous times. If you wish to make friendships, now would be the time to ask for favors, and I could give you some for favors in return in the future.
Well, I guess in this case it would be things that would benefit us mutually, as in surviving this.
Of course.
But I guess if you're offering us... You said you're a protector of nature.
Yes.
Well, considering
You
the
see a
state
small
of the
tree
city...
blooms off of the plant life on the back of her mantle as it slowly wraps around her.
Considering the state of the city, I think we might need to rest in order to, if we were to go on a dangerous mission.
Remember, out of character, remember, those extra spell points don't last after your long rest.
I didn't get any extras, I got drained.
Oh yeah, that's right. You need to rest. Well, you do seem a bit tired, but you are not worse for wear, are you?
As far as injuries go, it's mainly just the mana of that pulse. I could still go on, I was just asking it for later.
Later I can provide you a sanctuary to take a rest in, hopefully, as long as you are not being chased by enemies.
Alright.
I would also like to ask for something as well.
And what would you like?
If you know of any place that would allow me access to some gunpowder.
That would be the Royal District, which is the tree you see there. If you would like to attempt to siege the Royal District, which seems to be the place where many of the demons are guarding, or devils, sorry, be my guest. Remember, my influence in that district seems to have been cut since the shackles. We are trying to... Let me go over what I'm trying to say here. I am bringing you to figure out about this ritual because my instincts are telling me you need to break these shackles to free the tree of its influence to stop the ritual, but I do not know how to break these shackles. They do not seem physical in nature.
Can anyone dispel magic if they're that close?
I do not believe a simple dispelling of magic would work on a ritual of this size. We would likely have to go to each ritual site and dispel the magic from each of those before heading to the tree and trying to dispel the magic from the chains.
I do have the ability to do so, but I would need to take a rest and meditate to uh, assume the abilities of doing so.
I could do so as well. I simply need the. I also simply need to recharge my magic when we get to that point.
Now, mind you, the process of destroying these chains is unknown to us. That is what you are looking for to figure out what this ritual is and how we can stop it.
Yes,
So-
because in fact that this theory might be completely bunk anyway.
Yes.
Mm.
So, is there any other favors you need?
I think it's a moment I think it's a moment I'm not. We can't really ask for much aside from healing and protection.
Well, I do
As
actually have a question.
Of course.
If we were to somehow manage to get you to where the ritual took place, would there potentially be a way for you to identify what it was that way? Since we are
Identification of
incapable of
arcane
judgment.
magic is not in my repertoire, unfortunately. But if you
I
could
see.
find a powerful mage from the college and bring them there, I could meet you there and we can attempt to figure out the ritual itself. Though, mind you, you mentioned that it was probably multiple rituals being cast in different places in a much larger scale ritual.
Yes, though I also have a question of my own.
Of course.
I've recently lost a shield. If you're able, could you possibly make a wooden one?
You see the tree that was growing around her. She rips it off for a second and goes. She whispers into it in a druidic language, and it forms into a wooden shield, and she hands it to you. There, that should suffice.
It is. Thank you for this.
I do not believe you can use a shield with one arm. And that prosthetic is. Mama Murphy, take off the prosthetic. And Mama Murphy starts to detach it, and she goes, "This is going to hurt a bit. Will you allow me to do something to possibly fix your arm? Mind you, it will quite drastically
Okay.
reduce your lifespan
That
by
isn't
about 10
much
or
of
so
a problem.
years."
That is not much of a problem,
Alright,
as I just let my ears and tail wiggle.
of course. And she's gonna go over and she's gonna grab onto your arm and she's gonna start to draw some magical scrawlings onto it. I prepared this spell simply because I figured Mama Murphy would be injured, but I guess she was not. This is an ancient druidic magic, so if there's any druids... No, none of you are druids. It's going to take a few minutes if you guys would like to do it. If you all would... Sorry, she wouldn't say guys. If the company here would like to do anything else, take quick short rest or something. She's going... Or get yourself prepared before I bring you to the school. And she's going to start scrawling upon your arm with this strange magic as she starts to whisper and chant. I'm going to need you to, I believe they were calling you inverts, to start telling me a bit more about how you were raised, about your most fondest memories, please. She pulls out a bit of diamond dust and starts to sprinkle it on your arm. It seems to stick to the magic. Do you start to explain parts of your past?
Yes,
Alright. How
I was.
how in detail? You don't need to tell me about your past, but you could give me more. You could tell me how in depth do you go to her?
As in depth I can go without dragging each area on.
Okay. So
That of a detailed story.
it's gonna take her about 10 minutes. What are the rest of you doing in that 10 minutes?
Did I just like play my instrument to regain the focus point I used a while ago?
Roll me a performance check. We'll see. What'd you roll?
23.
23. You regain it. DC was 22 at this point. So, as you regain it, you feel a bit more focused as you begin to play this wonderful melody that seems almost like to carry on the wind, basically leaves from the vine, plays in this somber atmosphere. The rest of you, hey, that's perfect timing, funny enough.
Yeah.
The rest of you, what are you doing? Phoenix already went, so Shadowy and Petra, what do you do during this 10-minute time?
I'm treating my wounds.
Okay.
I'm more than likely. Well, I have a strange question.
Of course.
So, I have the background root worker, which means that give me a second. Where is it? There it is. During my daily preparations, I can assemble a small pouch with bits of herbs, hair, sacred oils, and other ritual ingredients, which I can give to one ally. First time that day, the ally attempts a saving throw against a spell or haunt. They get +1 circumstance bonus to the roll.
Okay.
Could I take the time to prepare one?
Yeah, easily enough.
Excellent. That's what I'm going to do.
He takes a few of the roots, like the excess ends of the roots that come from the large tree off of here for a little bit. You take a few of the grasses and flowers and you start to crunch those up and take out your mortar and pestle and start to work them together. At the end of the 10 minutes, you see this tattoo has almost been etched into your skin through natural magics and diamond dust. And she goes, "Alright then, inverts. So, tell me, which of the natural spirits speak to you? Which seem to align themselves with you? I'd like, I will ask this. Earth, fire, water, or air? You can choose, or you can roll a d4 here.
My character would spend a moment to feel it out, as with her personality, though violent at times, is
It's more of a
like
primal
a
connection to the world. What do you think would be more of your primal connection? Do you think it's more fiery? Do you think it's more of an earthen tone? Do you think it's more a connection to the winds or water? What do you think it is?
It's with how she acts is more of a connection to water.
All right. So, as you exclaim water, she goes, "All right then." And she begins to do some incantations. She goes, my least favorite, so mine, well, not favorite, but my least controlled, of course. And she starts to draw these more runes on the very edge of your wounded arm, and she goes, "Give me a second," and she pulls out a small notebook she has and starts to scroll through it. She has to roll for this. She's gonna
God.
Okay, so I'm just rolling to see which one I'm gonna use. I'll let you guys choose, honey or dragon dice.
Honey or dragon?
Honey.
Okay. Now, are you trying to give her aid in any way?
I am not proficient with anything of the primal or natural sort, so I am unable to give aid.
Alright. Oh, that's actually a pretty good roll. Plus 26. Are you sure you don't want to try to help her? Because she's reading a notebook.
I will do my best with my +0.
Alright, roll me a nature check as you're trying to help her discern different runes of natural intent. DC, roll in chat, DC is 20.
I need to get a natural 20.
Ooh, okay. Remember, Prophecy's Pawn is back.
Yeah, but I ain't wasting it on something like this.
You sure?
I am wasting it on something like this.
Okay. Begin that 20. 16, that's just a single failure. Okay, so roll me a d4.
God bless you.
Alright.
Go ahead.
What would a 26 on my medicine check give me for treat wounds, assuming you're going with the... I'm just asking, just in case you're not going with the standard DC.
I don't know
That's
what
a
treat
1.
wounds does, man.
Basically, treat wounds is you spend about 10 minutes treating your wounds with a healer's kit, and usually, well, the usual DC is 15. It can change depending on circumstances. And for that medicine check, I got a 26.
So that's a critical success. It doesn't matter.
All right.
Yeah. So anyway, so
There we go.
as she's starting to put these magics on you, you're like, no, that's wrong. Do it this way. And she's like, okay. And you realize you're doing it the opposite direction at the moment. And she goes, ah, fuck, I'm gonna have to start over again. And she starts to erase some of the extra marks she's just made. It takes an extra 10 minutes. So,
Yep, as I got a 1.
the rest of your group, what are you doing for the extra 10 minutes?
Does anyone need some healing?
Mama Murphy is going around and starting to patch up some of your wounds. Not much. She's giving you guys each an additional 8 hit points if you aren't already at max.
Additional 8 if not already at max.
Yeah.
I'm actually probably gonna help Mama Murphy out with healing.
Okay.
So we get a little bit of healing, huh?
Yeah, and Petra, what are you doing for 10 minutes?
Might as well. Well, I know resting for 10 minutes isn't going to be enough to get a 3rd level spell slot back.
Mhm.
So, well, Petra doesn't have much of anything better to do besides make another pouch.
Okay, go ahead.
Might as well.
And Cass, what are you doing? Are you still playing your music?
Yeah, sure, might as well. There's nothing else I can really do.
Roll me a
Yeah,
performance check with advantage.
I am unnaturally good with thievery, stealth, intimidation, fortune telling, athletics, arcana, and acrobatics.
I don't know why you're telling us that. Anyways, so Cass,
Nor
go.
not.
30.
30? That was the DC I had in mind. Everyone else.
Oh, wait. Hold on. I need to add +2 to that. It's 32.
Okay, so you beat the DC. I already told you you beat it. Anyway, so as you guys are listening to the joyful music being played, you start to the dread that is hitting you starts to lessen up. Everyone regains 1 hero point because you just spent 20 minutes
Yeah.
playing music, mind you.
Yeah.
Cool.
This isn't going to be a permanent thing. Every so often, I'll allow you to try it, though. Actually, I'll say this. I'll say this. So everyone, if you would like to roll me a d4, Phoenix, we'll see how much everyone regains.
Also, how many hit points are we?
D4.
Yes.
Also, quick question. In that amount of time, could I also cast a single spell, specifically Healing Plaster?
Sure.
Excellent.
I mean, I could have healed you.
Phoenix, roll a d4 in chat, please.
It's fine. I'm just going to treat my own wounds.
Alright.
Phoenix?
Sorry, I could kept
Ah,
working on that, but okay.
a d4 and rolls.
Let's see. Remind me, what's the DC for a treat wounds check?
15. Because you guys
That's
are not in
it.
combat or in danger. So instead of the 1 that everyone gained 3 hero points.
Awesome.
Nah.
Because I realized
Wait,
you guys
we
are
have-
going to die otherwise.
Wait. How large are our hero points pool? The same as our level?
Well, you can have as many hero points as you want. If I give you more than hero points than your level, but every time you level up, you gain a hero point. Every time you gain a level at all, you gain a hero point. So usually you would only have as much as your level at most, unless the DM gives you more. But you can
Also-
have more than that.
I was just wondering, because I considered our levels as the max
No.
pool for hero
No.
points.
Anyways, continue. What are you guys asking?
I would like to know if I'm first of all, I'm going to actually sorry, I'm not. I don't even know anything. I'm going to say, yes, Kitson, if you wouldn't mind, you seem like you get the most use out of this. As I'm going to toss invert the occultism pouch.
Okay.
My root worker pouch.
Alright, going to carefully grab it with my usable hand, trying
Don't
not
move.
to
I'm
move my
still
other
trying.
Ah. Sorry about that. That's my bad.
So
I was gonna say without moving my
no.
injured arm.
At this point, she finishes up the incantation. Well, not the incantation, but the writing, and she goes, "All right, we're good." Now, and she reaches, and you can see, and you feel a lot of pain as she reaches, she touches your chest and pushes into your body. As you see her arm suddenly glows with this green energy. Actually, no, she wouldn't be doing that. She would touch. No, she would. She would grab the gem off her staff and push it into your body. As you see, her arm is coated in this jade-like crystal almost. As she then pulls. And then her arm gets to her wrist as she starts to pull directly towards your missing arm. I believe it's your right arm, right?
Yes, my right arm and my left eye.
As she does so, she pulls towards your right arm and manages to pull, and she gets to the edge of her fingers, and you see her fingers start to pull this orange energy that starts to shift to more of a blue as it starts to come out of you. And you feel your body starting to almost like necrosis happening. I need you to roll me a fortitude save, please. This will depend on...
Okay.
This is you trying to succeed in this check. If you fail, bad things happen. DC is
Alright,
20. So roll it in chat, DC is 20.
Alright.
It's going to be a three check thing, all rolled in chat.
So it's this.
Okay, so as she pulls a lot of energy out of your body, and as you look down at it, everybody sees this energy shifts to blue and almost moves like drops of water as she continues to pull and pull. They're seemingly following the gem in her hand. And eventually, after a few minutes, an entire, like, good foot or two long bit of, like, water-based energy that's just floating in midair appears. And then she touches you with the gem one more time. As your arm regenerates, but it's made of a watery kind of liquid. And it is covered in this almost netting-like... This almost net made of green, very thinly cut gemstone, almost in a string-like pattern that covers your arm. You can move it, and it stays in form. So it's just normal arm made of water with a green net of emerald kind of gem made into string around it. As she finishes, she goes, "All right. Your lifespan, because I had to try it twice, has been reduced more than we would have liked to. Let me go ahead and roll 2d100. Your lifespan is reduced by 148 years. You don't age that much. You don't age that
Kitsune
much.
don't die of old age.
You don't age that much, but you feel as if your body, the energy is derived from it. You feel as if this has taken a hit to your lifespan. Whatever it may have been.
Was Infinity minus that much?
Well, mind you, in my world, Kitsune still do age, but they have an incredible lifespan.
Yeah.
In my world, they probably have a lifespan in the, like, billions of years. If anything.
Which is why none of them are able to die of old age. They die before they reach
You're
them.
not a celestial envoy, Kitsune, are you?
I am not.
Okay, because those ones specifically have an infinite lifespan, specifically. And they are they are maybe once every few billion years born. So so as this happens, you breathe, and you feel connected to nature almost, as you see these strange lights dancing around your arm of blue color. As you do suffer, mind you, 13 points of... Actually, I would say 13 points of good aligned damage. So, if you have resistance to that, you take... If you have any resistance to good aligned damage, you take none.
I am chaotic good, but I don't think that will prevent it.
Yeah, no, it won't. there is actual resistances and damages, like that's good damage.
Yeah,
which
I
is weird
know.
in Pathfinder.
Yeah, positive damage. I
Positive.
think.
That's
Yeah. It's essentially radiant, right?
Well,
What?
no, there's actual spells that say good damage and bad damage, and
Wait, really?
yeah, there is. I was
Yeah.
making
good
an
and
enemy.
evil.
I was making a big bad boss, and I was like, a good damage? What the fuck?
It's positive emotions, negative emotions,
No,
and that
but-
type of thing.
Yeah. It like doesn't do any damage. Actually, I would say it would do no damage to you because you are technically good aligned. So as you feel this energy come out of you, you just feel your lifespan shorten a little bit. And you're like, it's like a drop out of the ocean. So as you feel this happen, and your arm seems to almost glow faintly, not enough to like light up a space. You look down at your arm, and it moves like a river. And she goes, "Well, now that we're done with that, the rest of you, I hope you're ready and prepared. You've gotten your rests, correct?"
Yep. Oh,
Yes.
Ruby, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
You did hear what I said that the little bag does for you, right?
I did, but I forgot it, and I haven't eaten it yet.
You don't eat it. It just exists on you.
You inhale it
Oh!
like a drug.
It
Ah.
literally just exists on you and is utilized as soon as you're hit with a spell that requires a saving throw.
Then I guess I'll just wear it like a necklace.
Or if for some reason you need to make a save against a haunt. Whatever the fuck that is.
A haunt would be like a creature, like a ghost type creature, like trying to force, like in D&D, like a ghost trying to force your age to increase or trying to possess you, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah,
There
you have-
is also
you
a
have-
different type of haunt that is a cluster of ghosts possessing a
You know what I mean.
building, which is then classified as a haunt.
You know what I mean, yeah. But anyways, so
But yeah, you have a +1 save to the first spell save or haunt that you make.
So-
It's not quite clear what
Today.
happens to it at the end of the day.
so
It just dissipates, I think.
So, at this point, the druid looks to you all and goes, "So, am I teleporting all of you to the campus or near the campus's school, or is there anywhere else some of you might want to go? Am I splitting your party up, or am I keeping you all together? Mind you, I'm just saying you can go to the school because they probably have information, but if you have a better place to go, I can teleport you almost anywhere. I can teleport you outside of the Royal District as well, if that is a place you would like to go."
I believe it would be best for us to stay together in case we encounter anything.
However, remember,
Yes.
a large group is much harder to stealth by enemies.
Well, the school,
Fair.
while
Oh,
even if the
it's-
school's archives don't have information, they do, like, the teachers are likely there. So if we could find one of them, they might be able to assist us.
Yes. Though, if we were to split, it's best to keep a single mage and a single physical fighter in each.
If need be, I can approach the school with a group if you feel you need my help, but I would have less magic to help you in later end of things.
That will not be necessary.
Of course. So, or am I splitting the group or keeping you all together?
I'm still sticking with strict together.
I have a distinct feeling sticking together is going to be the best, because we'll
Yes.
likely run into something inevitably.
Of course.
Yes,
I
sticking together is the best option at the current moment.
I
Perhaps if we were
definitely want
stronger,
to be
we
near
could split.
someone.
Of course.
If we were stronger, we could have split, but we are not as strong as we need to be to do so.
Well then, the school it is then?
School it is.
Alright, and she starts to think for a second. I do know a tree, hopefully it hasn't burnt down by now. And she taps her staff on the ground once more after placing the gem on it. And you watch the ground, the grass around you suddenly starts to swirl with green energy. A portal appears. You might want to jump into that. Mind you, if the tree is burning, you're going to be shunted and take some damage.
It's alright, I'm used to fire magic. Don't question.
I leap through at full speed, actively using my athletics to push myself as hard as I can.
Okay. As she jumps through, I would not recommend jumping in, just maybe falling in.
That is fine, as I'm going to do exactly as instructed,
All right.
because we know what happened last time.
So who jumps in and who falls in?
I'm just gonna creep in. Sort of.
Right foot creep.
Yeah, I did say I was using the full of my
I lower
athletics, so I
myself
assume
in.
roll.
Okay, so as everyone manages to step in, Cass, as you're the last one to step in, she grabs your shoulder for a second. It seems your group has a little bit of deficiency in the mind department. And she pulls off
I
this.
did it.
She's talking to
I
Cass
did it.
only.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm saying at least I did as instructed.
Well, performer,
Okay.
it seems you've been tasked with an impossible task at hand. You've been pulled into some shit. And she takes off a ring off her finger and hands it to you. It's this small wooden band. If you need some protection, I would recommend using this. It is a one-time use, but it can protect you from quite a few elemental things. So, if you feel that you are in danger, you should use it. It will only last for around a minute or so. In fact, it may not even last that long. Keep it on you in case.
Okay.
And then she pushes you into the portal. As
as I'm exiting, everyone else just hears, try my best. Oh.
Mind you, Ruby, you go flying out of a tree. Your entire vision shifts, and you roll on the ground. You don't take any damage, but you roll on the ground and push yourself up as everybody else steps out, or basically falls out but lands on their feet. You hear Cass say this as he turns around and the tree closes.
Alright then, let's get to this.
As you all stand upon the stoned grounds in the northeastern, I believe it was, district of Turam, where the floating school exists. You see it floating there above the large cistern pits below where the sewage hits. You see the large bridge leading up to the school itself, not but maybe a few hundred feet from where you stand. The large open space that exists before the bridge. However, that is not you're not used to the scene that accompanies you tonight. The school under siege. Wizards flying around, slinging spells, individuals in bubbles and in chariots rushing away from the school. You see the large gargantuan creatures of stone that protect the school are in battle with large, behemoth-like demons flying through the sky. There are thousands of imps, hundreds of demons, and other creatures of flame and earth that seem to be assaulting the school itself. At this point, you realize combat is likely if you are not stealthy, and it is a very dangerous place. As you have found yourself on the outskirts of this school, ready to enter into it, stealthily or not, you realize danger lies ahead, and the fates of Turam most likely in your hands. And that is where we're going to end the session.